Aloha and Tashi Delay from Kauai Tibetan Buddhist Dharma Center here on the island of Kauai. Our Dharma Center name is Karma Kagyu Tupten Choling, which means Karma Kagyu is the lineage of the Karmapa and Kalu Rinpoche primarily, and Tupten means practice of the Dharma or Dharma practice, and Choling means offering, place of offering. I'm Lama Tashi. We present this class every Thursday night from 6 to 8 o'clock, and it is zoomed worldwide. Tonight's class is centered around the mandala of the 5 Dhyana Buddhas using the central Buddha figure of Vairocana. When we use the word Buddha, we're talking about human maturity. In other words, the Buddha Dharma is presented primarily for humans to develop and evolve into higher states of awareness we call higher intelligence. Vairocana Buddha represents highest intelligence with 4 qualities: clarity, openness, voidness, which is called emptiness or sunyata, and higher intelligence. All the Buddhas and Bodhisattvas that come into the human worlds emanate from this state of higher intelligence. They do not come from worldly realms. When they take human birth, it's only for instruction and mind training of the humans on whatever planet they choose to take birth on. In that respect, the universe is a state of bodhisattva trainings, like a training school. And I believe that's to be its primary purpose, not just to support life and evolve into planetary and what we call solar systems and galaxies, but to just allow a situation for life to grow, evolve, and be active. So we have these 2 states of consciousness, active and inactive. The active state for us in this world we find ourselves today is called the relative or drama world state. But in our mind or consciousness, there also exists this ultimate state of awareness or intelligence. And all sentient beings possess that. I'm going to read an excerpt from my teacher, Kalu Rinpoche, who was a Buddha, is a Buddha, because Buddhists don't go anywhere, but at the same time go everywhere. And this is the last part of the book. Now, when we do these practices tonight, it's going to be about this theme that I'm going to read. So we're going to do the 3 lights meditation with the 5 elements using the space element. And that'll set up the basis for the Vairocana empowerment and practice with mantra, visualization, and seed syllable. And then we'll do, at each level of practice tonight, we do Mahamudra. In this state of Mahamudra, we have what we call the preliminary practices, Nungjo. And these preliminary practices are a particle or a peak connected to all of the peaceful and protector deities, and all of them are the subject of Guru Yoga. Guru Yoga is what we are offering to sentient beings universally. The Guru is represented by outer manifestations and inner states of awareness. located by meditation practice and yoga. To give you an example of the depth of what we are penetrating with our awareness, both relative and ultimate, both the drama mind and the ultimate intelligence, this universe is recognized as an unsurpassed place of enlightenment. It is not part of the confused habitual experience of unenlightened beings, but it transcends everything experienced in the three realms of sentient beings. This natural expression of enlightenment is a pure realm, and it is located having a celestial palace as a symbol of pristine wisdom. It is without direction or division. It is adorned with endless arrays of ornaments as light, and it is offered as clouds of offerings and adornments of complete enjoyment, which appear naturally and fill all of space. All of this is offered with great honor and respect to our Guru. In this place, labeled richly adorned, dwells the expression of effortless complete enjoyment of all Buddhas, and it is known as the realm of Vairocana, who is, in parentheses, the Illuminator. He, appearing everywhere, a great glacial wake of wisdom is used as a symbol. Each pore of the body of the Buddha contains hundreds of billions of realms, not to mention the infinite means of these realms that exist within the whole of the body of his body. Moreover, realms as numerous as the atoms in an ocean of infinite realms appear within each atom of each realm. Infinite oceans of Illuminator's forms appear within his one form. Each of these appears as though it were pervading all of the infinite ocean of all forms and realms. This exists by virtue of the great awareness that transcends the sphere of ordinary experience we call samsara. Within the single minute particle in the very center of the palm of the hand of the Illuminator, a great glacial lake of wisdom, is the oceanic world system. This system, which rests in the center of the enlightened center of his palm, furthermore exists throughout the universal mind of each and every sentient being. The magnitude of this is inconceivable as a place or sphere of world systems, and in its center, in every atom, exists an enlightened teacher called the Guru. The magnificence of this incomparable place in the sphere of experience is solely of that of Buddhas and Bodhisattvas, they who dwell in the higher stages of awakening and higher intelligence. Numerous world systems are found within the oceanic world system. In the center of these lies the flower-filled realm, and the realm of manifest dimensions of awakening of the Buddha, the Illuminator, Vairocana. Within the great outer rim of the flower-filled world are the indescribable oceans of fragrant waters descending from the body of this great glacial lake of wisdom. It is numerous as particles of all Buddha realms and particles of all atoms emanating in all universes. In the center of this ocean are seas of scented waters filled with beautiful amphores on which rest four immense jeweled lotuses. These are the symbols used to represent the taking of human life form of a Buddha or Bodhisattva. This tiered arrangement of the 25 world systems supported by these lotuses. The 13th of these 25 world systems is our own third order 1,000 world system, known as the world of endurance. This word is used because each and every sentient being in this world endures pain and suffering because of their emotionally conflicting thoughts. The Sanskrit term for endurance is soha, which means always increasing, never ending, applicable to each and every being. This denotes possession or possessiveness, but at the same time, it has the forbearance or capacity that each and every sentient being have who takes birth in this realm to endure the emotions and their results of pain and suffering. In other words, beings possess these afflictions in great measure. The endurance also signifies the forbearance of each and every kind of hardship or sadness. This Bodhisattva realm patiently endures hardship without exception, but with courage and excelling in bravery, they are able to alleviate this situation known as endurance. This is the symbolic representation of a description of Vairocana's Buddha realm of higher intelligence. And my teacher, Kalu Rinpoche, symbolized that from the time he took birth until he disappeared from this world. And Vairocana was an actual teacher of this Buddha tradition or lineage who lived in Tibet, and he was the greatest translator of all the teachings of Shakyamuni Buddha and the major transference of those teachings in innumerable situations to Tibet. And he lived to be 85 years old. So we're not just talking about some higher state of intelligence or awareness. We're talking about how it manifested in our world in our time. And Kalu Rinpoche, my root Lama, is a manifestation of this Buddha Vairocana. And here I place the refuge tree of the Kagu lineage, of which there are 12 lineage masters on the planet today, used in the Noongar practice with prostrations and taking of refuge. What this does accomplish right away for practitioners of the Sutra and Tantra path is the bringing together of your body, speech, and mind with all your afflictions and all your tendencies, just as you are, into this Buddha realm of Vairocana Buddha. And he is called Dorje Chang in Tibetan. With that, we take refuge. All of the refuge of Tibetan Buddhism taught by Shakyamuni Buddha and all the lineage masters comes down to one point, one application. And this application is unique on this planet of all the healing traditions, of all the religions, and all the healing applications. And it is simply the idea that you and all sentient beings are equal to Vairocana Buddha and have that potential innate in the human condition. And the way we word that goes like this. In order to attain enlightenment or higher states of intelligence and awareness, For ourselves and limitless sentient beings, our mothers, we now altogether take refuge and with this refuge offer prostrations. We go for refuge to all glorious holy lamas. We go for refuge to all the yidams, who are the deities gathered in our mandalas. We go for refuge to all the Buddhas, those who have conquered the mind and gone beyond. We go for refuge to all this supreme Dharma. We go for refuge to all those noble Sanghas. And we go for refuge to all the Dakas and Dakini, who are the protectors and defenders of this Dharma. All of these 6 refuges possess the eye of transcending awareness. Then the Bodhisattva prayer goes like this. To the Buddha, the Dharma, and this supreme assembly, we go for refuge until enlightenment. May I, through the merit gained from practicing the 6 Bodhisattva disciplines, called the 6 perfections, accomplish Buddhahood for the sake of all sentient beings. Then we chant these prayers in Tibetan. First, the altruistic motivation to bring all beings to realize their true nature and how to use it. Dag dang jowa namke tadang yampe semchem tamche dudine jungde jisi jangchu dingpo la chi ki bardu. Alden lama dampa nam la chapsu chio yedam chokor gi latso nam la chapsu chio Sanjay chom dende nam la chapsu chio dampe chur nam la chapsu chio Palpe Gandu Nam La Chapsu Chio Pawo Gandro Chokyum Sume Sho Yesheki Shendong Dempa Nam La Chapsu Chio Sanjay Chodong Choki Chok Nam La Jangchu Bardu Dagni Chapsu Chi Dagi Jinso Jipe Sonam Ki Jola Enjur Sanjay Drupar Sho. Then we rest by connecting to our own breath, that which sustains us and keeps us alive, moment to moment. And to take to heart the meaning of loving kindness and compassion that these prayers generate in our stream of being. Then we start with our first stage of meditation practice using the 3 lights meditation, which bring the body, speech, and mind together, with the 5 element healing practice, which expresses the main purpose of all shamanistic Lamaism, which is to heal all the misfortune of the emotional conflicting thoughts that arise in our stream of consciousness. which generate through our form body, physically, mentally, and emotionally, and interrupt us in our endeavor to become enlightened spiritually. So focusing on the breath allows us to settle or move away from the distortion of our thoughts and negative emotional tendencies. The simplicity of the practice is to breathe. And as you inhale the elements, the 5 elements located in the air around us, you simply imagine that every aspect or particle is white light. And you visualize that filling your lungs with your inhale. Then a spontaneous effect of this is to generate from the brain curing rays or energy through the body visualized as red light permeating every cell. Then you take these two together, the white and the red, and exhale out the nose blue light available to all sentient beings as a healing remedy filling space. And also to enhance our worldly environment. Inhale white light, fill your lungs. The energy programmed through every cell in the body is visualized as red light flashing through our form. These two collected together are exhaled as blue light out to space, like the sky. The home of infinite sentient being. This 3 lights meditation practice is one of the most powerful methods used by all the lamas for connecting to one's true nature as a state of peace and tranquility, free from the anxiety and depression of one's harmful thoughts or tendencies. When you start to settle into this state of peace and tranquility, then through this yoga, through this prana yoga practice, you are ready to practice the 5 elements healing and any other practice of Tibetan sutra or tantric tradition. To start with the 5 elements, you simply take your focus off the breathing technique of the 3 lights. Collect the 3 lights as one into a particle in your heart center, creating the heart mind or the intelligence of higher realms of awareness connecting as this light energy pervading the infinite realm of space, the infinite fabric we call space. And we simply rest in this state of basic space as a platform to move into higher and higher states of awareness, evolving into the 10 levels of the Bodhisattva, culminating in Buddha's realization. And tonight, the Buddha we are using as a symbol, as I said before, will be Vairocana. Then from this state of spatial awareness as the foundation, you simply replace the particle in your heart center and start the practice of the 5 element meditation practice. The application of this practice is for healing on all levels, physical, mental, and emotional. Mostly physical, some mental. And with the help of the path of skillful means, later in the class, dealing with the emotional afflictions. With that particle visualized in your heart center, you simply expand it into a small sphere of clear light. Then slowly expand that sphere of clear light until it forms the symbol of the 5 elements. And tonight we're using the white sphere of space. It contains the other 4 elements, of course, inseparable, but the emphasis is on this, all the qualities of this particular energy program of space. It is symbolized as the all-pervasive nature of consciousness called the Dharmakaya. It is the ultimate Mother Dakini energy of our phenomenal world. Everything interconnects to everything else through this one aspect of support, life support. Visualize that symbol of space as a small white sphere about the size of your thumbnail in the center of your heart chakra. When you can see that clearly, then with your imagination, move it out in front of your body and up before your eyes, 2 feet in front. Arm's length in front. This brings the actual light space energy that is entering through your eyes and the imaginary eye energy of your higher consciousness together for this practice to be effective. Expand it in size to see your physical body sitting inside. as large as a room, but at least beyond your reach. In this way, you are starting to receive the physical energy of the immediate world around you. Regardless of where you are doing this practice. Then visualize the sphere to expand in size to enclose a large area of the town, city, or area where you're practicing. Here tonight we use the island of Kauai and surrounding ocean enclosed in this white sphere labeled space. With focus and imagination kept together, expanded in size to completely enclose Mother Earth, including her atmosphere. Applying it in this way to infinite sentient beings who inhabit this Earth, Mother Earth. Then expanded in size to complete, they enclose our solar system, sun, and all the planets which support this planet. Then with your imagination and focus together, expanded in size to completely enclose our spiral disc-shaped galaxy. And this immense world system is the support for our small solar system. Then go beyond your rational mind and expand it to include the boundless reaches of the realm of space. In doing so, there's no meditation, and you might even experience a whiteout. But simply rest and contemplate the infinite potential of your own mind. As space. The simple application of this healing practices brings clarity, voidness, openness, and higher intelligence together. Then return to from the spatial state of contemplation into the worldly aspect of our universe enclosed by this white sphere around our galaxy. Reduce it in size to just enclosing the solar system. Continue this state of reduction and interconnectedness by reducing it to just enclosing Mother Earth. Then much smaller to just enclosing the area where we are practicing. Then confine all of that to just your body sitting inside this symbol of space. Receive the full effect of support of the interconnectedness of this massive energy system we live in. Then return to its original small size, 2 feet in front of your eyes. If you see it there with your worldly eyes, your practice goes well. Then bring it to chest level and into your heart mind. Reduce it in size to a small sphere of light and smaller until it returns to the particle, connecting to the infinite light of boundless space. Rest in this dimension of mind. No meditations, simply be present moment to moment. Being alert to being open, clear, empty, and intelligent. Open means open to every situation and open-hearted to every sentient being. Clear means clear of judgment and emotional response or reaction. Empty means knowing there's no such thing as a self or soul. And intelligence, all three bring one to higher and higher states of evolutionary improvement. Relax. Be at peace. Then bring this state of intelligent awareness to in front of your eyes and imagine it to spread in the world around you. Then dedicate the merit, the virtue of this healing meditation practice of the three lights and the five elements healing to the benefit of all sentient beings, especially those you have karma with this life. When you end your yoga or meditation session, return to the yidam practice that your Lama has given you, primarily Chenrezig, Tara, Medicine Buddha, Manjushri, whatever. And then we move to the next level of practice of the path of skillful means. Now, in highest Anatara Tantric Yoga, which is the highest of the four types of Tantra, you move into the path of skillful means as the Lama and deity inseparable. And the three aspects or levels of devotion are applied to the all-pervasive nature of your mind as the Dharmakaya. That means no limitations, intellectually or actually. Then the Dharmakaya produces the bliss energy of the peaceful deity or the protector, all emanating as medicine, using the Medicine Buddha practice as the foundation practice. Then each of these is 5 categories of antidotes to the 5 major afflictions of the emotional program we all possess. And to understand that, we've created this graphic means of, first of all, using the 5 elements to set all the healing, physical, mental, emotional in motion and to start to accomplish some state of peace and tranquility and release from the reactive drama mind. Then, with the color codes established with that, we move into the application of how to deal with the emotions cause, not just the symptomatic result of our karmic afflictions or our emotional involvement, but what is the cause? Well, the basic cause, of course, is always the judgmental habit that we all possess. And it's simply explained as whatever appears, physical, mental, or emotional, we have this, if we like it, we judge it as good. If we don't like it, we judge it as bad. So we have this attachment aversion based on our subject-object duality fixation, which is not true. It's a delusion. And that delusion is applied to the illusion that of everything we are experiencing, the phenomenal world and the beings around it. So these 5 categories or spheres are called Buddha realms, and when we activate practice in each of these, we are purifying that Buddha realm so that it starts to evolve into what I described as the Buddha realm of Vairocana. Vairocana is the center of the mandala of these 5. So the red one, this state of discerning awareness as a Buddha realm, appears in the western direction behind it. The Buddha realm of aversion or Aksabhaya Buddha always appears in front in the Eastern tradition. Then to the right, we have the realm of equality or equanimity, which is called the realm of realizing that there's judgment is not necessary at all. Delete. Then you attain the state of everything arising as one taste, equal. And then the center of all this is to deal with the illusion, delusion, which is basically a state of stupidity, bewilderment, and ignorance. And this habitual situation is the starting point of these other 4. And it is located in the center. So then you create a mandala of these 5 spheres: east, south, west, north, and center. Now the center one is similar to the one we used in the 5 elements healing called space. And I'm going to read from this chart about space. And this is the Dakini of space. And she is, in our practice tradition, white tar. Her highest wisdom is clarity. Her emotional conflicting mind to bring healing to the body is peacefulness, but at the same time voidness or emptiness. She affects the sensual perception of smell. She is connected to the Buddha family of Vairocana inseparably as the consciousness of one's mind as a state of intelligence, whether it be applied to the drama world or to the higher realms of the Buddhas and Bodhisattvas as higher states of intelligence. The element, of course, as I mentioned, is space, and her location in this mandala of our entire world or universe, as I described it, as the center. Then that sound is bomb, or bomb in Tibetan. And it is the vibratory energy of every particle that inhabits our entire phenomenal universe. Connecting to the seed cell bomb is the seed syllable Om. Now, sometimes Hum, but those two sounds are applied to mean according to what peaceful or protector deity we're using as the path of skillful means with that Buddha Vairocana. The Buddha family of Vairocana is all about consciousness or mind. Of course, its element is space as the splendid vision of the immensity of our mind and the phenomenal world together. The location in the mandala of the five dhyana Buddhas is usually the center. Sometimes it is in one of the other directions, usually either the center or east. It is the Dharmadhatu wisdom that is the antidote to ignorance, bewilderment, dullness, and as we say, delusion and stupidity. So its seed syllable can be Om, or if it's located in the eastern direction, Hum. Tonight we're going to use the seed syllable Om. Now this is not the Om of the Hindu or Hinayana tradition. That has an entirely different meaning. This is the Om of the higher state of intelligence of a bodhisattva, or the complete recognition of one's mind as this Buddha Vairocana, and that seed syllable looks like this. It looks like a 3 with a V connected to it, or you could say a 1. But this with the V with a cross line and a dot above it is how you create this sound in your heart center. So you should learn this, draw this sound. Its color code can be white or blue, and it is this Buddha of Vairocana whose hands are in this gesture. And so whenever you see this symbol in Thangka form or in actual statue form, or if you're visualizing your Lama Guru, the hands are usually placed like this, thumb and index finger touching, the other 3 fingers extended, and one hand under the other. And this symbolizes the 3 roots and the 3 jewels connected to the earth-water element of our physical body in union. And that's your refuge. So whatever guru you see, you can see as Vairocana Buddha, whatever teacher you have, man or woman, whatever translator you use, whatever person supports you, they call Jinda, whatever is part of your Sangha mother, brother, tantric brother or sister, and so forth. Then from that Sangha, we call it the noble Sangha or higher Sangha, then out to all sentient beings. Because all sentient beings possess this nature of mind. And Kalu Rinpoche was the highest manifestation of this in our time. And all of the Dharma centers in Hawaii were a cause of his manifesting here on the island, here in the island. So now we're going to do the practice of this Vairocana Buddha. Sit with your back straight. Head slightly tilted forward. Mouth closed, tongue resting against the palate. Hands in a comfortable position, on the knees or in the lap. Eyes open, soften the gaze to the space 2 feet in front. Visualize your Ru Lama in front. With white light coming from the head of the Lama into your forehead, you receive the empowerment to visualize your physical body transformed into that of the deity Vairocana. Then red light from the Lama's throat to your throat is the empowerment because of this lighting up your physical body as this symbol, affecting your speech and whatever mantra, recitation, or tantric sounds you use, or teachings that you give, wisdom teachings. Then from the Buddha's heart, the Lama's heart in front, you see blue light to your light. This is the wisdom transmission of the full energy program of this Vairocana entering into you, into your heart center. Then the Lama in front merges into you. With this union, all of the teachings of all the lineages of all the traditions of Tibetan Buddhism are sustained in your situation, applied to your situation. And the knowledge of how to understand and use all of these methods or programs. At that moment, you become Vairocana Buddha with the seed syllable Om, this sound in your heart center. In the 3 lights sustained in the central channel, there's a white Om in your head, a red Ah in your throat, and a blue Hum in your heart center. Then the white Om comes down the central channel and merges with the red Ah in your throat. These two together into the blue Hum, and the blue Hum transfers into the Om used for the Vairocana practice of clarity and insight, openness, and higher consciousness to affect your stream of being by the application of this practice to all the 6 realms of sentient beings pervading space. This completes the empowerment of this practice of how to use the body, speech, and mind to effect healing for yourself and limitless sentient beings as your family. The mantra of Vairocana Buddha appears as the application that what I read at the beginning of class, that infinite description of this Buddha realm, is applied to each and every sentient being, past, present, and future, that come into existence in these world systems. Om Vairocana Vam Om Pe. Om Vairocana Buddha 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 Vam Om Pe. By adding Pe, we add the wrathful aspect together with the peaceful actors of whatever kind of yidam practice you are doing to be connected to this ultimate realization of your natural mind, which is being generated or connected to with this you being this Buddha, purifying this Buddha worldly realm that you find yourself in present time. Om Vairocana Vam Om Pe. 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 Om Vairocana is visualized white in color, wearing the robes of a Lama, wearing robes of the Guru. Simply dressed, legs in full lotus, sitting on a 32-petal lotus flower on a sun and moon seat in space, purifying all 6 realms, the 4 spirit worlds, and wherever animals and humans take birth, alleviating suffering and bringing infinite sentient being to realize their true nature as the Dharmakaya or Dharmadhatu nature of the natural mind we all possess as Buddha. Om Vairocana Vam Om Pe. 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 If you locate Vairocana in the refuge tree, on the right side on the branch are all the Buddhas of the various Buddha families of the Medicine Buddha and the 5 Dhyana Buddhas and so forth. And Vairocana is located in the farthest right circle with the hands and the gesture I showed you, the mudra. Also, some of the teachers at the top have that same mudra. Vairocana emanates from the heart center of Kunto Zangpo as our Guru Lama, as Vajradhara and Vajradharani, which is in the center of the upper branches of the tree. This particular Buddha field is emphasized to bring clarity and openness to our situation and the knowledge and how to use those two functions to apply to whatever emotional problem we are having in present time. Attachment, aversion, pride, jealousy, delusion, stupidity, bewilderment, ignorance, and today in the world, fear, anxiety, and depression as a global experience of all levels of society. This is the antidote to treat the cause of that in each and every one of us mind. Om Vairocana Vam Om Pe. Om Vairocana Vam Om Pe. Om Vairocana Vam Om Pe. Om Vairocana Buddha Vam Om Pe. Om Vairocana Buddha Vam Om Pe. Om Kairo Vairocana Buddha Vam Om Pe. Om Vairocana Buddha Vam Om Pe. Om Vairocana Buddha Vam Om Pe. Om Vairocana Buddha Vam Om So Ah. Then you imagine, visualize Vairocana as all sentient beings permeating the four spirit worlds of the celestial, war and war gods, deprived spirits, and demonic spirits, all arriving at this level of maturity. Then applied to all the planets where animals and humans take birth, especially this planet today. This planet in this world of endurance was called the reject planet. We're working on transforming that into the accomplishment planet. Om Vairocana Buddha Vam Om Soha. 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 Then you can apply this visualization of you as this Buddha to your family members, friends, relatives, adversaries, enemies, all the 8 billion humans on the planet, all the animals in the ocean and the land, and all the spirits, infinite in number, that inhabit our world system.
Can he also be Yab Yum?
Hmm?
Can he also be Yab Yum?
If you do Yab Yum, it is the white Tara, white Dakini, either peaceful or wrathful, or Prajna Paramita in union with Vairocana Buddha. The Dakini of perfect wisdom, connected with the Buddha of Dharmadhatu, wisdom. Om Vairocana Buddha. Om is the white dakini. It could even be Kachar, whichever you, Vajradharani, your choice. Om Soha. Om Vairocana Buddha. 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 Om Soha. Vam is the dakini of space, the ultimate mother principle. Om Vairocana. Om Soha. Vairocana is the method to transform all states of delusion into higher intelligence or higher states of awareness with no ceiling, infinite like the sky. Omniscient, which means all pervasive, present everywhere. Omnipotent, all powerful, all accomplishing, all cause and effect, antidote, activated. That's the Sambhogakaya. And the Nirmanakaya is the Guru, the Lama, in human form, male or female, with those two aspects fully accomplished. That's the fourth kaya of the Sambhogakaya, called the Sabhavika Kaya. Everything in union of the mind of the Lama, Guru's mind, and your mind is inseparable. Then with practice, you activate the protector level of the Dakinis as the Buddha activity being accomplished in your worldly situation, applied to whatever is appropriate and sustainable in modern time. Om Ahum Vairocana Vam Om Soha Om Ahum Vairocana Om Soha Om Ahum Vairocana Om Soha Om Ahum Vairocana Om Hum Vairocana Bhuta Om Om Vairocana Bhuta Om Om Vairocana Bhuta Om Om Vairocana Bhuta Om Soham 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 Om Vairocana Bhuta Soham Om Vairocana Bhuta Om 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 Soham. And all the 6 realms of sentient beings infinite in number is a manifestation of this energy of pure awareness, full accomplishment and maturity merge into you as this Buddha symbol. You as the Illuminator Vairocana disappear into the mantra sound circling the Om and Vam in your heart center, together with all of the Dakini energy of the phenomenal world as the symbol representing space. And focusing on the seed syllable Om, the vibration of all of this infinitely applied to limitless sentient beings and countless universes and world systems. All of that simply is a particle resting in the palm of your hand. Relax in the present moment of Dharma Dhatu wisdom of voidness, ultimate bliss. After this accomplishment phase of this tantric practice of Vairocana, at the end of the session, then you manifest as your yidam deity according to the instructions of your Lama Guru. With that, post-meditationally, then all sentient beings are a manifestation of that yidam, and this universe is the Buddha field of Vairocana Buddha. The symbol of the Buddha is simply the accomplishment of your own relationship to your natural mind, where there is no judgment and no emotional preoccupation and no negative reaction to any outer, what we call distraction. To give you an idea of how powerful this deity was and actually manifesting as a teacher in Tibet, under the picture it says, besides the lineage of all of the teachers of Tibetan Buddhism, emanating from the Mahasiddhis of India into all the areas of Tibet and Mongolia, eastern China, and parts of Russia, he said, here are some of the names that manifested in Tibet as a continuous mind stream for translating and disseminating the Dharma for the benefit of the whole planet, not just for Tibet. And only for reasons of space have these many previous incarnations, starting with Jamkan Control Lojo Chaye and coming to fruition as Kalu Kyabje Rinpoche. These well-known figures some are known as Longchenpa, Rangompa, Sakya Pandita, Rinchen Zangpo. These are a few of the common names of these modern times emanations, but they are too many to list here. They all were called under the term Illuminators. And then, as to the circumstances of this, in this and successive lives, certain traditions of Buddhist teachings would have been preserved in various parts of Asia, but the direct heritage of the great array of all the Buddhist teachings that flourished in India for over a millennium were saved from the destruction only by the transmission to Tibet and its nurturing there for another millennium, which is 1,000 years. All of this would have been lost to humanity if these teachers, as emanations of the deity Buddha image we use tonight, and culminating with Kalu Rinpoche, had not taken birth. All of the Buddhist teachings, most of them would have been lost. Now we have 4 unbroken lineages with full transmission of all the sutra, called the Kanjur, and all of the Tantra, called the Tanjur, being transmitted in modern times. And this completes the empowerment and dissemination of this Buddha for practice, and we'll dedicate the merit with the oral seal of Mahamudra as transmitted by Kalu Rinpoche to our Dharma Center on Maui. As a dedication prayer, the oral seal of Mahamudra is the mindset of all the Buddhas and Lords of Dharma, and all of those who possess the three kayas of development and the 10 wisdoms through practice. This encompasses all the gurus, yidams, dharmakinis, dharma protectors, and all of the Vajra sisters and brothers of modern Tibetan Buddhism. May all of these witness with kindness this dedication prayer of merit. In this and other lives, and by all my meritorious deeds of body, speech, and mind, may all of this be the sake for benefiting all living beings. And may the emotions, the defilements become, and their energy become transformed into occasions for spiritual progress. May the appearances arising before me and in my mind come under my control. May whatever arises as delusion or obstacle be the method of the practice, the reason of the practice. For my own sake, may I attain the Dharmakaya, the all-pervasive nature of my own mind. Without limit in this state, for as long as samsara is not empty, may I achieve a great wave of good deeds for the sake of others. May I achieve this by the means of the two form kayas used in practice, the Sambhogakaya and the Dharmakaya. And with vast enlightened activities for all sentient beings, having trained each and every one according to his or her own needs and tendencies, may those beings to be trained live in appropriate time for growth in their spiritual practice. May I be skilled in means with regard to arranging auspicious circumstances. That's the name Tashi. That's what Tashi delay means. May all my connections with beings be meaningful. May this ocean of samsara right now, become empty. May all attain the clear light of the Dharmakaya as Vairocana Buddha. May I accomplish all of this dedication and merit just as all of the Buddhas of the past, present, and future have dedicated merit. Until the attainment of Buddhahood or complete maturity as a human, may I be born in good families, be free from illness, possess clear faculties, and conduct myself with morality and introspection. May I be respected by all, may I fulfill all hopes and wishes of myself and others, and as long as I have not manifested enlightenment, may all harm from disease, evil spirits, harmful forces, humans, sorceries, wild animals, and harmful religions, demons, and the four elements become completely pacified. May my lifespan and merit increase appropriately. May my glory and wealth become vast, as useful to the benefit of others and my teachers. Then my renown as a Lama equal the sky. May all my activities of body, speech, and mind become beneficial for sentient beings, and may this ocean of samsara become completely empty. May I attain perfect enlightenment in the human condition. And finally, by the power and the truth of the great compassion of the excellent objects of refuge tonight, and by the power of this merit of pure altruism, may I completely remove the misery of all living beings who fill the sky and the effects of all viruses as harmful to human beings on the planet today. By the perfect virtue of this world and of nirvana, may the hopes and desires of all these beings be filled according to their wishes. May my own body, flesh, blood, skin, and so forth appropriately benefit all beings. May the miseries of all my old mothers, all living beings, come upon me. May all my happiness and virtue be realized by them. For as long as I remain in this world, there never arise for even an instant the thought of harming others or my environment. For the sake of living beings, may I energetically exert myself, not slacking for even an instant. And the Kagi Refuge Prayer. Ewa di du du dong, shogya chenpo jugir ne, jowa chenking malo pa, deyi sawa kopar sho, Sanjay kusum dimpai jim la dong, chodi meger dimpai jim la dong, gendu miche dumpai jim la ki, shitar goma mongam ju par sho. By this virtue of having realized Mahamudra, may I quickly extend this application to every being without exception. By the blessings of the three bodies of the Buddha being accomplished, by the blessing of the truth of this Dharma being unchanging, and by the blessing of the wishes of the Sangha, that's us, being unwavering, may this and all dedication prayers, aspiration prayers, and Tashi prayers be fulfilled. May all the lamas have long life, good health, happiness, and prosperity. May all their wishes be fulfilled. May all beings be removed from sadness, pain, and suffering, established, free of all of that, and in bliss and equanimity. Duchiche, Mahalo.